is here, and it's time to prove who is number one.
This is a straight 1-on-2, but Alex is close to it. He bangs him out somehow, and he sees it as RBK is fast.
Welcome to the Intel Extreme Masters Chicago! Now, 3 days ago there were 8 teams. Now just 4 remain in the running for taking home this silverware. And you might have noticed that last year's champions, Astralis, are not here. So the winds of change are upon us. The question is, are we gonna see an NA team make their mark on this silverware? The first Counter-Strike Global Offensive tournament, the first Intel Extreme Masters tournament where an NA team could make their mark on this trophy. Do you guys think Liquid could do it? Well, we're gonna see if they can beat Vitality to make their place in tomorrow's grand final very shortly, because first, we have got a hot semi-final. It's gonna be Ence versus Mibr. And I think it's just about time to bring those teams on. First of all, it's the Fab Five from Finland. Cool, calm, and collected. It's Ence! Led out by X7. This team never comes unprepared. And they'll be looking to spoil the smiles of the Brazilians today and make another final on a big stage, their 3rd this year at a big event. And the team that will be looking to draw out some negative emotions from our Finns is, of course, the best Brazilian team in the world. Give it up for Mibr! They may be playing with Coach Zeus, but do not underestimate these guys. They still have tons of firepower left in them, and they are loving Counter-Strike more than they have in years. Now, Chicago, these aren't your native teams, so you're gonna have to pick a side now. The question is, are you rooting for Ence? And what about our boys from Brazil, Mibr? Well, let's head back to the analyst desk because I need to find out what the experts think.
Whole lot of thoughts, a whole lot of emotion, and a whole lot going into this semifinal. Mibr versus Ence here on the main stage in the United Center. This is the place to be in Chicago this weekend, guys.
Yeah, I think I'm looking forward to this start right here. Am I able to talk about maps right away, Trace?
You can talk about whatever you want.
I think this is Ence map to lose, even though they're like 2 and 3 on Mirage in the last so many games. I'm looking forward to seeing Alu lock this down. I know last game we saw Mibr on Mirage. They were moving Zeus around constantly.
Right.
So I think they need to be ready for that, not to think too much about him, and just get ready to kind of play their game.
And I guess looking at this matchup from afar, Jacob, it might be easy to say something along the lines like, oh, well, Mibr, well, this could be the end of the run here for them. Do you think that?
Realistically speaking, it should be the end of the run for them. But I do want to say that the passion they're playing with right now, you can see it in the walk-in as well. They're having a lot of fun right now. Zeus is enjoying himself. He's also supposed to play the major with Mibr, at least from what First said in a few interviews. So I think right here and right now, Mibr, they're living in the moment. And that's a dangerous thing for a team like Ence, because they know the pressure is on them, Trace.
Yeah, they certainly do have the pressure on them. Ence now looking to sort of rebound from any falters that they had up to this point. This would be almost a surefire thing if it wasn't for this one little thing, or two little things, I should say, over on Mibr that are really bringing the heat in both Zeus and Lucas. These guys have really come out into this event shining.
Yeah, it's kind of funny actually to watch because even back at Blast, we saw them beat Renegades on this map, tie Cloud9, and Zeus was hitting like op flicks all over the place. So what's cool about his position and the way he's been playing these games is they're giving him an op, and I don't think he cares about like his performance in the round. You don't actually see them when I was standing behind them. You don't see them critiquing him too much. You don't see him backseat playing. They're kind of just letting him do his thing. So cool to see him being able to do that. But like we said, if all is on point, that op doesn't matter.
Nah, that's true, but Fallen is on point. And that's another thing, right? Fer as well is coming into this tournament. He seems like the old Fer. He's super aggressive, moving all over the map, being a pity to play against with the rifle, right? Because you know how aggressive he is when we were playing back then, Jordan. It's like he's all over the place and he's taking every single duel that he can find. And as Fallen said in the interview, going up against Ence, they're doing the same thing. So I think Fer is going to have a fun game here.
That's actually a good point I want to make. You know Fer is going to be flanking them at one point in this match.
Yes.
I do not want you guys giving away any secrets in the crowd, all right? You know Fer is going to be flanking. Hold your breath a little bit and get excited for the big play.
Jordan, the regulator Gilbert, never would have known that, but there it is. The heavy hand has been dropped by Mr. Gilbert. None of that unethical stuff out there in the audience today. We want a fair, clean bout, and that's what we're going to get here. Again, a best of 3, so both these teams really do need to start off with a strong start here, and I'm going to need a strong prediction out of both of you.
I think Ence is going to win this one, but I think we're going to have a very competitive game. I'm looking forward to see Zeus play. I'm looking forward to see Lucas play. He's been playing hearts out. I think he's the future of MIBR. So let's have a great game here and hopefully a competitive one, Jordan.
I think it's going to be exciting. First map, Mirage. I think MIBR is going to come out and surprise us a little bit starting early on that. And I think, yeah, they're going to have push Ence onto their heels a little bit going into train.
Yes, I do believe you are right, Jordan, and I do believe it is just about that time. We are wired up, we are fired up, and we are freaking ready to go here in Chicago. And to do that, it's going to be our first semifinal. We're going to get it right here underway. King it off on Mirage, Ence versus MIBR. It's going to be Moses and Anders bringing you the action.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much to the desk. Moses, are you ready? Do you feel ready for this game? The first semi-final here at the Intel Extreme Masters in Chicago.
Yeah, this is going to be a thing of beauty. Back in the United Center as well. 0-0, here we go. Pistol round coming live. MIBR on Ence. And MIBR trying to build forward towards the major. They could use some positivity. Getting here was already an accomplishment. Looking to do more with Zeus in the lineup, and it's Sergey. He's going to get aggressive towards a ramp. There are so many bodies here, though. He's about to be pressured, but this is a brilliant stack at the moment for Ence.
Yeah, it is looking like a really good defense. Let's see if MIBR can crack it running onto Sandwich. It's going to be a quick kill for Lucas. Fallen with the follow-up. That is not bad at all. Taking down X7 and forcing Alu into the corner. He's going to come up with a big headshot, and he's looking for more Taco. Straight up taking that fight with a Glock long range. That's a bomb plant, and it's a 2-on-3 here for a bit of a retake. I think the smoke failed, and now Ariel's got a kill.
Well, Zeus had to push forward. Now on a 2-on-2, this still should be winnable for MIBR if they play this properly. No one overextending. The bomb is a teammate at this point, and Alexi and Ariel, they do have one kit, but they have to find a kill. Smoke onto the bomb. This could be massive, and actually he's just going to get right on it. He taps it, lures them out, but the kills come the way of MIBR. Fallen and Taco to secure the pistol. And that'll get you going.
Yeah, they had a sort of a triangle setup in that defense, but every point of it got shut down before anybody else could even respond. So that was so quick. And even in spite of a failed smoke there towards CT spawn, things worked out well.
None of it mattered. AK-47 on Lucas, plenty of SMGs, AK on Taco as well, and no investment from Ence. So going to be able to use these range weapons, going to be able to chew into these unarmored opponents as well. But a stack for Ence towards middle. Looks like they want to get aggressive with it. That's the first kill down. They've dinked up Fallen, but still, reinforcements are here. But at range, these SMGs are not nearly as effective as they'd like, and that's why Fer's gotten up close. Double kill with the MAC-10, and Taco to support from afar.
Yeah, it really does make a difference if you get that MAC-10 right up in the face of them. Taco will shut down Sergey, who I believe is now the youngest player left in the tournament. I believe it was Stown, who was earlier, but I think Sergey is now officially the youngest who's still left here at the playoffs.
Already been in a major finals as well, down in back in Katowice, so he's had quite a start to his young career.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? Well, they did talk about Fer's aggression, and it is kind of, I mean, internationally known at this point. So not surprised to see him leading some of those fights, and he might even do it on the CT side as well. Third round going to be coming up now. We've got M4s and that AWP no armor on Alu, and Alu has been amazing this tournament. He's had such a great run.
Well, Alu with that AWP. Doesn't want to get too aggressive. He's just going to back away.
So fair to say he's been surprising Alu. We know he's good, but he's actually been playing above level, I think.
Yeah, he's been, I mean, he sometimes just has those games. He's one of those players that's really interesting to watch. Like, once in a while, he just takes over. Certainly been playing well. Zeus is going to lead the way for this mid control. He's working with Fur. And Luke is from middle. So the three of them combined have just very, very slow and progressively taking control of mid. But Alexi wants to grab it right back, and they need to be careful. He's in a pretty solid position.
Still plenty of time on the clock right now for MIBR, making their way towards the A-bomb site, holding very close to that ramp. Now, that could be good as long as Alu can hold this connector, but if he loses connector control, if he's either killed or flashed away, these two people here towards the ramp are going to be in a very awkward position.
They're all pushed into the site as well. This is going to be tough. They need these kills. Fallen has to wait. He's got the bomb, the only one. Taco needs to get ready, and they need to pounce from connector, but still no movement. Now there's Alu ringing out, but Taco with one forces Alu into cover, and he's trying to hide. Alexi B off catwalk doing his best he can, and Alu's just going to get aggressive. He's going to find one more, and now up the flick over. And it's just Fur in a 1 versus 2.
What an outrageous round from Alu, finding the 4th kill as well. The quad on board, no armor. He actually wanted to escape into Shadow, and there was a Molotov there, so he was forced into that second fight at ramp, and he came up with every single kill. That is mind-blowing.
He had to get aggressive. The kill that Taco got kind of tells him someone's going to be coming out of Palace. It's at any point, Taco could have swung, and that's a really difficult fight for Alu. So the only way to find safety is to get aggressive, is to push forward, and he does it all with no armor. This is really well played, just as we talk about how good of an event he's had.
Yeah, absolutely stepping it up. Now, we've got Sergey alone at the bomb side with the MP5, and they do have armor on the other side, except for on Zeus. So that MP5 could find, I think, some trouble finding kills right here. Staying alive and hoping for backup might be the best move, and, you know, he actually has no grenades either to even buy time. So that's a bit rough.
Yeah, he's got nothing good going on in his way at the moment. Well, there's the deagle shot. Sergey, as you said, with that SMG, just going to back off, but they want to get aggressive on him. There's no smoke in his face. They have the smoke wall set up elsewhere. They want to be able to challenge. Oh, and now they can stream in. Lucas is brought down to 16.
Through the smoke, shooting him in the leg. Bomb now being planted. This is a pretty successful skirmish so far for MIBR, though they're going to lose Lucas. Sergey tapping away long range with that silenced MP5. They've got Taco still left. Up in the hallway there, up in the apartments, and the rest of them, or at least some of them, rotating back through middle. That is kind of a classic for any kind of an afterplant here. The bomb is not planted in a great position for it, but it might still work out. There's Fallen with a great follow-up, taking down Sergey. Quick double for him, and now trying to hide and buy some more time. Quick triple now instead. And a missed chance here, and that might have been the last one. Alu gonna be going down. It's the captain coming back into it with a big quad kill from the Galil, no less.
I like how hyped up Zeus is getting him as well. Fallen after this quad kill, he just stands and fights everything that comes his way. That is fine work with the Galil, just not enough power on the retake. That's got to be heartbreaking for Ence. A win and an immediate loss. They do sitting around right around 3,000 on most of their players, but they're going to have to sit around out again. Again, MIBR just keeping control, keeping their hands on this match. Timeout called for Ence. It's almost over. 3-1.
Yeah, that was a great round. They'll be winning a big risk, I would say, for MIBR to buy into that round. They really didn't have everything they need, but it worked out brilliantly. And now they're going to head into round number 5, where Ence are on the back foot economically and every other way too. So this is going to be very, very interesting. A good start here for the Brazilian side would really make a big difference. I think Ence are going to be, even if they're a little bit slow in the beginning, I think they're going to be fine, and I think they're going to warm back up into this game. So I actually think they kind of need that start.
I don't know, but Fallen's feeling comfortable. He's going for some battles early on in this game. Lucas, again, is just going to get wrapped upon it. First going to pick up the pace. He's got to be careful. He's got someone above him. He doesn't realize, but he's still going to find the kill. Alexi couldn't handle it, and just falling away. Fur, one more. 4 in the round, and he's done it all single-handedly.
Yeah, that is not an angle you're going to see sprayed very much. Just almost looking directly into the sky, trying to get that kill. X7 has that AK-47 from the first kill up at top mid, and actually he'll follow it up. This is some pretty good damage now. Fur leading the charge back in, probably should not be. X7 very low on health, and they should definitely focus on not losing any more rifles here than necessary.
Yeah,
even if they are winning.
Fur just waits. Just sit here. Wait for the movement, wait for any kind of noise. Either way, a 4th round for MIBR, that's quite nice. And I don't even think they're going to be that upset with the economic damage. I think they're going to take that win all day, especially considering they were in a bit of a tough spot. Fur had to really bail them out from underpass. So a nice call from X7, save the gun. Your money is not situated either. This is the big question about Ence, is which one do we get? Do we get that Ence that made that run at the major? I mean, for me, that's kind of turned. Like the story around Ence is them trying to get back to that level, not can they be at it consistently.
And I think they even did talk publicly a little bit about how, you know, not all of the team's motivation was necessarily aligned, and they had some stuff they had to work through. So, yeah, it is hard to know. I don't know. I think they've been looking better in this tournament than they have been, you know, going into it.
Yes.
So that's a big bonus, but let's see. They've got so many resources to draw upon that, I mean, Alu getting, you know, being the top fragger with Yorp is not even really required.
Yeah.
Some of those games where it's X7 or it's Sergey, you know, going completely off the rail are also a lot of fun.
That was one of the most unique things about this team, because you hear so much about how Sergey is supposed to be the star. Obviously, Alu has a pretty storied career, and it's some of the other guys who are stepping up more frequently that has made them such a powerhouse.
Yeah.
I like this push in towards Palace. 2 players here, Sergey and Ariel. They're going to continue forward. It's Taco on the other side, and they're just waiting. He might expect 1, but would he expect a 2nd? And look how passively he's playing it.
He's got that one-shot potential on the Krieg. They are right around there. Double setup. He had the pre-angle as well. He definitely saw that coming. Just a little bit quicker on the trigger there with Sergey.
And if you're MIBR, this is the call you have to make. You have to just back off, because you can't actually attack that A bomb site if they have control of Palace. There's just no point in doing it. Back to the B bomb site. We'll see if they can hit it before the defense adjusts. Zeus still waiting over at A. Fallen can come back with the bomb. And another very slow played round from the offense.
And they're actually trying to, you know, almost play a little bit of a mind game here, because I think you're right, it would be very risky going back to the A-bomb side, but it seems like making a little bit of noise over here, throwing in some smokes, and also Fur and Lucas coming through the underpass. So they might try and crunch you with about 40 seconds left here. Ariel and Sergey have a decent crossfire, but that can also get, well, it can't even get smoked off anymore. There are only Molotov left.
Time's going to be an issue, Anders. 35 seconds. They're just now walking in towards connector. These kills have to be clean from MIBR.
They even run for the smoke. There's LXCB taking the face right off of Fur. And now Sergey up on the ticket booth, taking down Zeus. He was trying to get that opening. He had the Molotov and everything. It was a good idea, but it kind of fell flat. Now Lucas goes down, and Fallen is next, and Sergey just having a monstrous round here. Quad kill on him. We're trading quad kills, it seems.
Yeah, he was just an auto turret on top of that, and I mean, that's got to be a little bit worrying. Given the Krieg over to the CT side, you could see the strength of it. Sergey not scared and not backing away from any of those fights. So timeout for MIBR. Only Fallen with any kind of real economy, so might see a lesser buy from the Brazilian side.
I was wondering when we would hear the return of the Smooya chant, you know?
Yeah.
It's been a little while. Glad to see it's infected America.
It's come across the seas.
It's brought it
it's
over.
It's not good. It's a whole worldwide disaster.
Well, here we go. The countdown now happening, about 10 seconds left. MIBR forcing into this round with a Krieg, a Galil, a couple of Deagles. They made something similar work earlier, so it's kind of hard to criticize them, but I don't know. This could also be a little bit of a struggle for them.
Here we go, live into round 7. This is much faster. Taco gonna get aggressive with the Krieg, and that's Sergey waiting on the other side again. A Krieg of his own, and that's a valuable weapon to be taken out of his hands, and Sergey's just having a lovely little time. He is enjoying every fight he's gotten into. Alu's dropped. That's Zeus from middle, but there's still so much work to be done.
Yeah, there really is that smoke helping out Ariel so much. LXCB and Ariel to close out the round. But you're absolutely right. That Krieg, they even stole another one. They've got 3 Kriegs on the CT side.
Yeah, that can't feel good if you're MIBR. Not fun to go up against that weapon. This time they'll have to sit out entirely. They did force up into that Galil, Krieg, and some pistols, and didn't get enough production out of that tactic. So 4-3 and a chance for Ence to even things up early on.
Yeah, things looking very good now for the Finnish side. They even have a bit of a bank building on at least 2 of their players, maybe 3 if you count X7 as well, about 3,000 in the bank. So they have some stuff to work with, even if they are going to maybe lose a round at some point here. Alu going to be falling back. That grenade, actually very decent. Oh, The lack of armor.
Yeah, the lack of armor really hurt. Zeus brought down low, just a utility dump in underneath.
Oh, they run boost.
Oh,
we
you
love
like
these.
this. Yeah, no Zeus in hand, just a Glock.
Yeah, we've yet to see that.
Listen, it's great. Like, if it succeeds, it's cool. If it fails, it's even better.
I think what was really funny is Fallen was just there to spectate it. He wasn't the guy being boosted or the guy doing the boosting. He was just there as like a casual observer, and he was the one who got
And
shot.
he's the one who got shot first. Just waiting for this cross. One deagle on Taco. Actually, Alexi's missed the timing, but that's an easy one. And now Taco's stuck out in the open. He somehow finds that kill. Great shot from Taco, but immediate trade. And there it is. We're all evened up going into round 9.
Yes, we are. Good comeback here for Ence right off the bat, not allowing MIBR to run away with anything too crazy. And we'll see what they can do now here on the Brazilian side, now that they've picked up a couple of rifles again. And they've been lacking not just the rifles, but also some of the utility going close to that A bomb site. Speaking of which, when are we going to see them at the B bomb site? Sort of more, in a more forceful way.
The last few times we've seen them play Mirage, they've really, really enjoyed taking that mid control. Lucas at top mid, 2 players coming through underpass and just slow playing it. Ence, on the other hand, they've been doing for a lot of this half, getting aggressive at A. Just choosing either Palace, we saw a double push, but actually this call, if these 3 players bust out of Palace anytime soon, they had an opportunity. There's the fake towards the B bomb site. It's Taco who's gonna jump out. 1 kill would do so much, and they've started to attack A a little bit early. It still works out in their favor. Great kills from Lucas.
Oh, Alexi B finding that through the smoke. That's pretty fortunate. Now, is it going to be quite enough here? The bomb just now being picked up. Alexi B in a 1 versus 3, technically. He just got the last kill. Going to go for another one, making it a 1-on-1 very quickly. And Lucas looking now for a chance to just escape that smoke on the bomb site. And the fact that right now, Alexi B has almost no chance to know where Lucas has gone. He could still be hiding on the bomb site. Could have even gone shadow. Instead, he's towards the other side. Yeah, a couple of grenades to probe out that corner. That's a pretty effective way to do it. Not going to be there anymore. And now smoking off the bomb instead. We've seen how that works very often. It actually does go a little bit hard. Oh, Lucas, not even waiting for it. A 3rd kill for him in the round. The 2 first to open the bomb site. And that is MIBR after a little bit of an absence in the game. Going to be back and winning a round. 5-4.
That smoking in 1v1s just makes the players so nervous, makes the T-sided players just a little bit scared. And that's why you see Lucas take that peek early, because he just wants to have the information where he is exactly to the bomb. But an immediate kill, and this is just great frags coming out as his teammates are trying to exit. Beautiful trades. And Lucas really opened up and closed this round for MIBR. One of the newer additions to the team, or the newest, I should say.
Yeah, absolutely is. But obviously, someone with a lot of potential. Really fun to see him in action here at a high level. Lucas clearing out the middle a bit. He's alone. And the rest of them over towards the B bomb side. We were asking about that a couple of rounds ago. It seems like it's going to be fairly quick now. X7 actually almost caught off guard. I'm not sure he knows where to stand right now. They're going to be jumping down right on top of him. And Fur will take the first kill there. Alexi B even in a little bit of trouble if he goes down. The rest of them might have to just think about evacuating this. He's going to be dropped, and now with Ariel being killed by Zeus, that will probably do it. Ence have to fall back from this. And Lucas is already hunting. Yeah. Very aggressive.
Which is cool. If he can take that AWP away, that's massive. There's no money in this end side of things. If these guns disappear, there's really no danger in the next round for MIBR. I don't think he'll get close enough, but that is a nice hit. You wondered when they were going to go to the B bomb site. They've now used it as a fake in the previous round. This time it was just 1 pop flash and 3 players getting out. They've had a couple rounds of success there now, and that's going to have to make Ence think about shoring up that B bomb site.
Well, and a bunch of the rounds where X7 is holding that bomb site, all he's doing is jumping to look into the B hallways. This round, he got completely timed, right? Like, he was down on the bomb site, not even covering any of the windows. They're almost down on the ground before he even can call it in. It's kind of unfortunate. I think that's just one of the curses of playing B on Mirage. You just have to accept that can happen.
Every once in a while, it's just going to happen. Unless you're Zipnix.
Yeah, that's true. You've got a little bit of an exception there. Well, 6-4. Big find there for MIBR. That's really going to help them out. We'll see how they do in round number 11. They've got almost every advantage. Still that open play.
This is where you'd really, really love for Alu to do something crazy. Get aggressive. over towards the A bomb site. This is where MIBR has smoked. They've been smoking off towards jungle, towards connector, towards top stairs. That's been where the wall of smoke is. This time it's towards CG spawn. Actually, it's both. So no matter where he was standing, he was going to be ruined. Taco, it's an easy kill to manage for him. Sergey is going to be forced back by the flames, and Taco just continuing to send bullets into the smoke. And if you're Ence, start thinking about saving this AWP.
Yeah, Sergey hoping to find the angle. Looked like he maybe could have had it, but instead they lose the rifle, and Alu's still at CT spawn, and it's getting very dangerous. I think X7 is trying to hold them back so they can't actually box Alu in. And he did a decent job at that. Please.
Oh, he's in trouble. Yeah, this is the only call you can make, and he just gets away. Just at the right moment. They're still on the hunt, though, and there's plenty of time in this bomb. Alu has got to stand his ground here in market. Back over. Oh, misses the shot. A lot of jumping going on, and Lucas just holding with that scope. Only 7 kills for Lucas, but they've been important ones from what we've seen.
Yeah, he had the triple in last round, stealing the AWP in this round. It's been very good indeed. 7-4. What a surprise early on here in the first half. Wasn't really expecting this, I think, especially because Ence have been looking so good. I was kind of expecting them to be taking a fairly sizable lead early on, even on Mirage.
I mean, what a surprise just for MIBR. You know, surprising that they even got to the semifinals, that they're now playing this well. You'd think with the struggles we've watched them had over the last few months, and then losing Coldzera, who's one of the best players in the world, that they wouldn't be able to actually compete, that they would spend more time struggling.
Yeah.
Even with Zeus in the lineup, this MIBR team looks dangerous.
Could be evidence that there is, you know, really something worth building on. You know, just need to solve that whole scenario, figure that out in some fashion. Bomb dropped far back, and everybody from MIBR waiting, maybe expecting some more aggression. You pointed it out earlier. It's been in A holes, it's been a B or an A ramp as well.
Also, I think they'll have a good read on the economy, so it's forcing out things like this. Wait until you start hearing all these smokes being used, and you're not using any utility yourself. And you're just sitting there if you're MIBR counting, and you just realize they're going to be running out of nades pretty soon. 2 smokes, 2 flashbangs left for Ence to utilize.
Under a minute now. Creeping that bomb back towards the A side of the map. Sergey, he has got no armor, and in that position, that's actually kind of significant. A couple of grenades can easily land on top of you, but all you really need is 1 big kill to slow it down, and he's got that AWP. Let's see how this unfolds.
He must have it, because the mid defenders aren't going to be involved in this. That smoke wall is going to go up again. Ariel and Alexi, you'd imagine they're going to at least hold mid for the moment, just to make sure there's no late lurk, late flank, but they're not going to be able to help Sergey whatsoever. There's the blind shot through the smoke, and he's got to back off now. He knows it. There is a gap that he's going to try and exploit, and actually, he's going to do it perfectly. Lucas goes down. Oh, and almost a follow-up. Dangerous jump from Zeus.
Oh, he's hiding right underneath. Did they spot him out? Yeah, I think they did, but Fur cleaning up with a big double kill of that M4. Sergey finally coming into the round here. He's going to be in time. That's so heads up from Fur. Leg shot coming in. Fallen standing up. Could have definitely hit that one, and they're so low, and now they're not going to get a chance to escape either. Taco with a double, Fur with a triple, especially that last one. Catching the guy in window, no flanks available, 8 rounds on the board here for the Brazilian side.
Fur's been absolutely insane in this game so far. 16-7 for him in just 13 rounds. That triple kill is massive. It gives him control of the bomb site, and it allows him to also have an angle to support over towards Taco. Flashbang in the air for Taco to peek out Palace. Returning the favor as Taco supported on those 2 kills. And that's a level of excitement and hype that we haven't seen out of MIBR in some time.
Yeah, could be a little bit scary now. 8 rounds on T-side Mirage is such a good beginning that, yeah, Ence really need to think this through and come up with a plan to get back into it. Chicago, are you ready? Make some noise! Yeah. First half almost drawing to a close here. And right now, to the shock of everybody, MIB are actually playing a very good game. And it is up to the Finnish team to figure out a solution. And it's going to be very rough here. They've got pistols and really almost nothing else.
Oh,
that's brilliant. They've just run him down.
Well, he was baited. He saw that top player first, and they knew it. But Fallen's in danger now. He's got to be very careful. He gets aggressive, of course. Finds one more. Alu's just trying to bail out. I think, for whatever reason, his brain told him that he'd be able to actually escape the AWP. The fight or flight. Response a little bit broken. Sergey gonna back away.
calm things down. You see Fallen playing this way, and it's hard not to have a little smile creep across your face, because somewhere in the back of your mind, you know there are highlights that are even crazier, where he gets even wilder with that AWP.
Yeah, well, you're just like, it's like baby steps, right? You're seeing him take those first baby steps.
Yeah.
And you're hoping he's going to get all the way back. But it does feel, he has been like way more assertive in this game than I've seen in some time. Which is cool to watch. See how he can manage with this AWP.
Got 2 on the other side, so maybe that is the answer. Smoke gonna absolutely block them off, and Lucas unbelievably aggressive here in the middle. Again, that kind of timing can absolutely work. He lost the fight there to Aerials. That's good defense towards Connector, but not a crazy idea either.
You also don't expect 2 defenders to just be posted up at the top of Connector. Fur's gonna put the smoke up, allow him to move in towards Connector and peek towards Catwalk. Taco, the only player in Palace. There's no one at A ramp either, so this is a pinch, and Fur's actually found a really odd timing, and he's done it quietly. Fortune favors the bold, and Fur has the opening kill. But can MIBR actually progress onto the bomb site?
It is so unlikely that you're going to make that kind of a play on the T side, but if you're Fur, maybe the odds are just slightly higher. Good kill for Alu, and Alexi B will follow up right there. They're on the bomb side, and Sergey probably calling that in. Alu's very low on health, and Fur getting closer, but he turned his back at the wrong time, and Zeus is going to be going down. And that will be a successful defense finally here for the Finnish side. 9-5, but they just lost 5 rounds in a row. That's pretty rough.
That really hurts.
This last one, don't they?
Especially combined with the first 5 of the half going towards MIBR as well off the back of that pistol round. They have had a pretty rough time on this defense, but 6, if they can get away with 6 after everything that's happened, I think they're going to be very happy. Second timeout called by MIBR just to make sure they can get this last round.
Yeah, drive one of those nails into the coffin if they can. Fur right now has got 17-9 in just 14 rounds played. So when we talked about Fallen looking like he's on his way back in form, but Fur's way up there as well.
Yeah, he obviously feels a lot more freedom now that, I mean, you know, the new recruit that comes in, it's not someone who likes to play aggressive, not someone who likes to play similar spots and style as Fur. So he gets all the freedom in the world he wants, and if you're going to be given that responsibility, you need to deliver on it, and Fur definitely doing that here. Round 15. The last round of the first half. X7 with an AWP, Alu with an AWP. Double op setup for this defense still.
And it almost feels like if that was the answer, the double op, you know, why didn't they have it earlier? That would have really helped them out. They got it in the last 2 rounds, basically. We'll see if it's going to be successful this time around. Fur, pretty aggressive. Oh, that's Zeus with an opening. Taking down Alexi B, and first sneaking up. Aerial kind of needed someone in window to help him out. Otherwise, he was going to be in a lot of trouble, and flashbangs go everywhere. Alu trying to see if he can find anything, but Fur hiding inside of the smoke, and it's X7 up here. Gonna have to fall back down on the low ground because they're coming in from Connector as well. Oh, Catwalk, he misses a shot, and that was his last chance. Zeus with the double, and looking for one more. He's out of bullets. Oh, he would have probably had that.
Probably, but he already delivered his 2 headshots in the round. The first one in the window to really decimate that Ence defense, that Ence mid stack, and it's just Sergey. He's got 2 kills in the round. Needs to find this clutch. Taco over towards Catwalk, Fallen waiting inside the site. No one's made contact, and Utility's gonna give up his position.
Yeah, they definitely know now. See if he can make his way out. It's gonna have to be a little bit quick, this one. He does have a defuse kit, but still 2 players to find on the bomb site, and a perfect crossfire. 10-5 at the end of the first half in favor of MIBR. Shocking Ence here at the first half of the semi-final. Can't really believe it. We're gonna go to a quick break, and then we'll be back with the second half. Stay tuned.
Different. They can try, but can't do it like Vinny. Yeah, no permission. I got it.
I've been working part-time jobs, chasing all my dreams out lately. No matter if I try too hard, nothing's ever enough, baby. No, I don't care too much. I don't care too much. As long as I can keep you by my side. I don't care too much. We got time, no rush. In your eyes, I always see there is something meant for me. In your eyes, I always feel different.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is Mibr and Ence here at the semi-finals of the Intel Extreme Masters in Chicago. And to everybody's surprise, it is Mibr in the lead on the T side of Mirage with 10-5. How did that happen?
They just worked really, really well as a team, obviously. I think Taco had some great teamwork. Lucas had some very impactful kills, but Fur leading the way at 19 frags. But we have to remember, this is where they struggled, earlier in this tournament. Their CT sides, at times, are not as well drilled as their T sides. So this is going to be a tough half for them still. And Zeus just barely misses the information, but it's a very similar setup, except add one player to Ence's defensive side.
They have really gone all in on the A-bomb side. Ence are going to feel either very unlucky or very red if they execute into this four-man stack. They do have a Molotov that could do a lot of damage to Zeus, or even if it bounces off into Shadow, that would obviously be the jackpot at this point in time. And they're just waiting for it. Now, X7 is clearing out middle, so they're waiting for him. And let's see when they're going to go for it. They're all set up and have been for a long time, so I imagine it's going to be fairly quick. I'd be looking for that Molotov. That probably is the key difference maker at the moment. They're jumping around the corner. The grenade has finally been thrown, but it goes the wrong direction. Still, big opening kills here for Zeus and Lucas. Sergey jumping down, and there was Fallen, the second player right behind him. And the reload doesn't even matter. Lucas will take down 3, and look at Zeus. He is so excited. They win the pistol round, and now they're up 11-5.
Well done. And Ence, they just ran into so many bodies. That had to be so depressing. But also, you talked about the jackpot, that Molotov underneath in the dark.
Yeah.
And it went all the way towards jungle. It was the least useful Molotov that could have possibly been thrown with this kind of a setup. It is a bit of a gamble. It's by no fault of Ence's.
No,
but off some inspired play, Mibr with this 11-5 lead.
You made that call in the beginning of the round. It could be based off demos that you've watched, just a feeling, but regardless. Ooh, wow. That's an important return for Fallen, in fact. When you get that call right, though, it feels great.
Yeah.
You know you've done something good here.
Yeah, it really does. Flashbang, oh, that's great support. That's great help from Zeus. Off catwalk, here he comes for one more. 8 kills on Zeus, who will be playing at the upcoming major in this lineup. So for him, this is all shake the rust loose. This is all warm-up, essentially.
Now we've got the Kriegs in play. And I do agree with your point. You are playing with Zeus in the lineup. CT sides probably are going to be much trickier.
He plays a really tough spot as well. He plays that catwalk position.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a fun spot to be.
But if you do what he just did, flashing into the middle for a window player,
yeah,
that's pretty good. That's pretty neat. Another heavy lean towards the A-bomb side, and they might get called on it this time.
Ariel with a little bit of Molotov damage. Yeah, they're in some trouble. Taco's the only one here, just with an SMG as well. He needs this early spot.
He didn't even have any grenades.
The question is, does Mibr just naturally start rotating over after a certain amount of time? They're just pop flashing A ramp, so someone certainly needs to come in. Oh, he gets picked out. I think that's the bomb site loss. That's the round over already. For Mibr, I think the rest of these 4 players just save, as underwhelming as that would be.
At least they're not saving in a show match mode. So.
It's true. That was oddly, you know, that was a pretty rat move.
I didn't feel good when we were doing that. I felt like, oh, we've kind of gone and done it now. It's 12-5 though, and ultimately, yeah, just I mean, I don't even know what Taco in what world could he have done something really great there. He's got no grenades. I mean, the best that he could do is like, even if he gets a kill and falls back to a safe position, everybody else so far away, and he's not going to get like a triple kill surely with the MP9. I feel like that was.
No, but I think the defense was just about to adjust. I think that pop flash towards A ramp, Lucas was clearing it out, and I think the hit just comes in at the wrong moment. A few more seconds, 5 more seconds, I think you start having a second player rotating back towards the B bomb site. It might still not have been in time, but you know, listen, you're up 12-5. You have some chances. You have some rounds to play with to take some risks.
Yeah, and I mean, all they lost was the MP9. They get saved pretty much everything else. Zeus, of course, being a gentleman, dropping that M4 for Taco. Now we've got a little bit of a timeout. 6-12. It is a pretty good lead here for the Brazilian side, but it's not insurmountable.
No, it can disappear quickly, especially if Ence can find some way to wrestle economic control away from MIBR. It would certainly help by just straight up winning this round. There's not a lot of money for the Brazilians to play with, and if that happens, and then you get into that cycle that we saw Ence into, where their money isn't quite there, that's when you can really rack up the scoreline. And for MIBR, they're just thinking in their heads, we need to close this out as soon as humanly possible. No mistakes. Let's just close this out 16-6. We'll see what they can do. 2 AUGs, 2 M4s, no AWP on Fallen at all, but a 6-round lead.
Got the buffer. They can make a couple of mistakes, but let's just see how this unfolds in round number 19. Ence, that's a lot of damage to X7, and didn't even really get any info. That was just a good grenade.
That was a really good grenade. Looks like it's a rinse and repeat.
But they boosted Zeus up in the corner.
Yeah, it's going to be a much harder defense here. Taco in a good position, just going to smoke it again. I think that's just a few seconds off. I think it's just late. They're going to get past it already. That's a big kill for X7. And they might think this is the very same thing. Zeus needs 2. He needs 2 kills, and he's not going to get 1. And again, I think MIBR, if Fur can, he needs to back away. They need to start thinking about saving this. 3 on 4. But Fur is so low, and the smokes and the choke points, the follow-up Molotovs are going to be dangerous as well. And a flank even. Alu waiting at top mid.
I wonder if X7, when he sees that smoke going into the hallways as they're rushing through, if he actually knows exactly where Taco threw it from. Because he was just pre-aiming that angle perfectly. Because he must have seen it coming down. Good shot there from Lucas, but again, it is too late to try and attempt any kind of retake. So they do a little bit of damage, but they're going to have to back on out of there. That was a really great entry from X7.
It's back-to-back rounds just going to the B bomb site, finding success.
That could be a powerful way to play this T side for Ence if they can do that and actually force MIBR to change their defense.
They're going to have to. I think someone's going to have to be more dedicated there. And the next gun round, I mean, even with 2 players in the site, that was still a pretty difficult hold.
You know, one thing they could do, and I think we've actually seen that from them before.
Taco with an op?
Yeah, Taco or even Fallen, depending on what they would. Even I would be happy with that, actually. Just because of that deep angle you can take, so you get the advanced information at the very least. This is looking way better on the second half here for Ence. 7-12. And the economy for MIBR all the time right on the edge. If not for these save calls, they wouldn't even have guns right now.
Oh, for this whole round is on display. Good headshot. He knows there's one more, but he's got no HP. How do you get out of this scenario? He's got to try and call their bluff, Sergey. Coming into the smoke, just going to spam through. Surely one of these bullets would connect, and he's done it. Under the cover of smoke, he's made it out. A bit of celebration.
That's crazy.
Sergey's going to cry when he sees that replay.
Yeah, probably a little bit. Like a little tear rolling down the cheek, I could imagine. That is so unlikely. Well, let's see if he's going to make something of it now that he's managed to escape. They are still all set up outside of the A bomb site with X7 holding that mid position. Could be so powerful to do that because you can catch people rotating in and you can obviously go for the flank later in the execute if you feel like it.
MIBR's doing it again. They're stacking towards A. Zeus is kind of cheating over here as well. There's still just Taco in the B bomb site. This is the best hold you can think of. That's the bomb on the ground as well.
Yeah, that bomb being dropped, that's a big deal. Grenade can land right on top of Alu. And now they're in a lot of trouble here on the Finnish side. Excellent kill, but X7 goes down in the middle. That's the flank and the only one coming. The rest of them gonna have to try and do this. 2-on-4 with 30 seconds. That is very, very unlikely. A bit of a grenade, but it goes too far, and Alu will take the kill on Fur. He was already low. And Fallen now rotating through the middle. Alu gonna go for the bomb plant. I am surprised that they made it this far in, and he's gonna get it even with the shots coming through the box. Now, are they gonna be expecting the flank? Sergey's up here. He's got a good position, and Fallen's been walking for quite a while. Does not want to give anything away. The rest of them now quickly retaking the bomb site. Oh, they're so fast here, but Alu's got the position. AWP to take down Fallen. They need this round ends. They've only just started to come back. And that bomb is in great position for that ramp. It's going to be very hard. The Molotov, he's actually waiting a little bit. They just fake the bomb out. Alu is still going to pick up the kill. Oh, but they hold it in. And MIBR get the defuse. They faked it once, and then they followed it through.
Sergey was a little scared to take any peeks from Palace. They'd applied some pressure onto him, and he just didn't want to mess with it. He figured someone would be holding him in. Alu just not fast enough on that follow-up peek. I do not know how Fur escaped this scenario. That is so, so nice, and yeah, even getting aggressive on the AWPer. MIBR 13-7 now.
They're loving it. Fallen giving a nod of approval to Zeus, so I think, yeah, we're doing this, it's working. 13-7, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a final timeout called by MIBR.
Yeah, really trying to keep the troops under control. It's strange as well, weird position to be in. You win the round, but you only survive with well...
Zero.
Zero, yeah, the last guy went down, so they've got nearly nothing.
Yeah, I think even Ence with a loss like that, even though the scoreline doesn't look pretty, I think they're kind of okay with a loss like that. You can reset them immediately. And you've got plenty of cash flow. Especially with that bomb going down, the extra money. Alu does find position, wanted to go for a fast pick with an AWP, but it's not there for him.
I mean, it's not quite the last chance for Ence, but we're really quickly getting there. I think they must have been assuming they could put the brakes on this MIBR train, but it hasn't really been possible yet. Like the attempt close there with the AWP. Oh, and another chance there. Probably hoping that all the chaos at the ramp would distract Lucas, but it didn't. The MP9 comes out big, and they're going to get Fur in return, but it's still a favorable trade here.
They did exactly what we talked about, falling at the B bomb site. He actually got aggressive, and Lucas now pushing in towards Palace, and MIBR is just crunching the sides of this map. Pushing up and aggression everywhere is going to give them so much information, and I think even Fallen certainly might just find a free kill back towards T-spawn. It's X7 who's going to walk right back into the crosshairs. Ooh. It's all down to timing for Fallen and the footsteps.
Oh my God.
He didn't hear it.
Every second, I mean, Fallen actually saw him on a little bit on his screen, but now,
this is so...
check the middle. I can't believe this is happening. Now he's making noise, and there's the chance, but he misses the opportunity. A very unlikely scenario, and Fallen getting a kill, hugging the wall, turning around, he's ready for it! That's gonna be a huge double, saving the AWP. Life is timing, Moses.
You can see the machinery working in Fallen's head when he's playing that. He knows there's someone behind him, but he ignores it. He looks towards connector. He knows that's the next point of attack. He even dodges the flashbang coming in from behind him as well before spinning. That is so sick from Fallen. It could have actually been Ence's escape out of the round.
It really could have been. Yeah, they find that kill, they know B's empty, They run for it. This is, yeah, again, this is very surprising, but also, they do look like they're having fun in MIBR. When's the last time we've seen that?
It's been a while. I know it was something they talked about focusing on at various times over the past few months. I think for me it stands out at the Pro League, the regular season. Zeus talking about, we wanted to get loud again. We wanted to get, a little bit more energy in our game. And it didn't last. I think they did it for like a week in Pro League, and then you saw them at events and it was back to like a little bit dour, a little bit quiet, grim, but...
I think that's even been a feature across the board, right? There was some thread on Reddit where, the community were praising loud Counter-Strike. I feel like we are making a return to that, and I've got to say, I absolutely love it. And obviously later you're going to see Team Liquid on the stage, and well, we all know what that is like. So Lucas going to be holding the CT spawn right now with the Krieg. Again, a very powerful weapon. Oh, Zeus trying for the jump, and Alu absolutely calling his bluff there. And he wanted to follow it up. And Taco will win the fight, so now it's on for the A-bomb side. They're going to rush immediately, and a running headshot from Aerial, taking down Lucas.
If Lucas had got that kill, this would have been much more doable. Fallen now with the AWP, trying to find a pick, hoping someone gets aggressive. But he's got to be patient. If he wants to go for this whatsoever, he can't anymore. Sergey catches Fur on the flank, and that has to be the signal to retreat.
Yeah, back out immediately. Double AWP to be saved, so that's a lot of money.
Yeah, well, also, Taco has 2,500, so the next round he can drop. Lucas can buy himself. And you basically give Zeus whatever weapon you have left over, but MIBR can have another buy in the next round. If these two ops stay in their hands, which they should. Ence not on the hunt. 8-14 as they just barely hang on in this match.
Yes, still trying, and I mean, a comeback could obviously still happen. Second map as well would be on Train, so kind of a tricky map to be playing whoever you are. I feel like T-sides Train are always a bit strange.
Ence are going to be big fans.
Oh yeah, they're going to love it, but even teams that are good on Train, I feel like sometimes have weird performances every once in a while.
Every once in a while.
14-8 though. Double AWP, MP9, M4. They've got a little bit to work with here on the MIBR side.
It is those ops. We'll see how Taco uses his at the B bomb site. Lucas is going to push up. He's going to get aggressive. Alexi's already so quick down mid, and they know it. And he's actually checking underpass as well. But Lucas has already made it up the stairs, and he's going to clear this entire side of the map out. Taco's going to rotate back. MIBR have so much information.
I wonder if they saw that decal at the end of the hallway, because then they definitely know that someone was back there. Alexi B. Oh, the smoke. Yeah, he's going to go for the shot. Will be going down. And that is a big benefit right there, but look at where Lucas is. He snuck in behind him. He's about to find the bomb. If X7 is somehow ready for this, that would almost be godlike. He's around the corner, and I'm not sure he was ready, but at the crosshair in the right position. That is now a big benefit to Ence.
I'm wondering how X7 just even knew, because Alu seems, maybe they saw, maybe they heard something, maybe he made a footstep, because there's 2 or 3 players looking at the flank towards the B bomb site for Ence. No, they had some indication.
That's what I'm saying. Because he threw a flashbang, Lucas, in underpass, that decal is on the floor, and I think maybe that's what they saw. Because then you would call it out. That's the only reason there would be a flashbang there, is if actually someone had pushed it.
That would have been brilliant for Lucas to find that. That would have been the bomb down. Now, everything rests on Taco with his AWP, and he has to kind of get a more passive position, because again, this is already a really, really tough round for them to come back into in a 3-on-5, but you also want to position yourself to be able to save that op if it comes to it.
They're going to find an empty bomb site. Taco, got to be very careful not to overextend. As you said, saving this AWP is big news, and not going to be even close to possible for Taco. Sergey coming out of apartments to pick up the kill and plant the bomb, and again, I mean, Zeus could be a little bit annoying here with the MP9 on the exit, but ultimately, it'll be another round for Ence. 9-14. He actually has a kid.
Sergey? Oh, no.
No, but
he's not doing that.
Everyone calm down. Let's just wait. I mean, it's very unlikely. It's very difficult to do. They are actually hunting a little bit, but X7, LXCB, and Sergey are being reasonable.
Well, how many more people are going to chase after him? Double kill for Fallen. There's a kill for Zeus, and yeah, he wants it. Oh, he sees him in the air. He gets the dink, can't find the kill. Props to Zeus. It's a nice attempt.
I'm not gonna lie, if he had that kill, Sergey would have been on the ramp, and it actually is a long run from ramp to try and get the guy who's defusing on that side of the box. That's a cool attempt. I like that. 9-14 though, and well, the Finnish team creeping back into the game now. Won't say that MIB have run out of steam, but they've certainly run out of money.
Yeah, well, this is where it gets interesting, because that was the goal of this entire T-half for Ence, is to finally take away the economic control. And with those double ops that were being saved, MIBR was able to scrounge up some buys around them. But now that Ence have full control, I think MIBR might be in a little bit of trouble. I think these last 2 rounds might be the hardest they've had to get in this whole map.
Ooh. I think Fallen wanted to probably jump up on the railing there.
I think he'll be happy with just being alive after getting flashed.
Yeah, that could have ended badly. Now he's down in the middle, and he's got some backup here, so let's see if he can actually... Looks like he can get out alive. Sometimes those small mistakes could be costly. Zeus pushed up really close. And Ence seem to be set up for exactly this kind of play.
They are so patient at the moment. They are so far back. They have exposed themselves to absolutely no danger in this whole round. Well, Zeus is going to have to hold them off. Fallen still in middle. We'll see how this goes. P250 in hand, and Fallen can have the first shot. Oh, the run boost. Zeus, if he can get the guy in the air, Fallen's going to get the other one. That's huge. It works perfectly. No damage is taken. A 5-on-3, 50 seconds left, and they're speeding up to the B bomb site. There's 2 defenders here as well.
Yeah, third one now. Zeus even got back in time. Taco, that's what the USP. Just consecutive headshots taking down X7. And out of nowhere, MIBR in the lead in this round, and Ence, all the steam has now gone out of this. Sergey trying to get in. Fallen takes a kill on Aluin. Sergey with 22 health, and he goes down. It's Fallen with a triple. What a setup at top mid.
That's just, that's a lot of faith in Fallen with the AWP. And that run boost, you can't know it at the time if you're Ence, but that might have been the worst call. Plenty of time for Zeus to line up the shot as he goes through the air. Fallen has the op on the bottom player, and that's just perfect. That's like stubbing your toe in the dark of night.
Oh, cold feet as well. Nobody likes that. Why do you do that? Oh, they run right in on top of the fire. Aerial, in fact, going to be going down. I don't know how that happens. That was a very deep Molotov, and that's 2 kills with absolutely no reply.
That is a result of just being mentally crushed, of losing your focus after losing that eco, just running straight into flames way too far.
3 versus 5 here for Ence to try and hold on to this map and somehow get us into overtime. Otherwise, they're going to be suffering, again, an unexpected defeat, I would say, here on Mirage to MIBR. Of course, it's a best of 3, so they're definitely going to be back here. Fallen and Fur with 2 big kills, and third one in the round for Fallen. He's played a tremendous game here in the first map of the semifinals. Now Alexi B in the middle, and they're going to come for him. All of them just encroaching on the middle. 69 as MIBR take down Ence on map number 1 here at the Intel Extreme Masters in Chicago. The first map of the best of 3, so as we said, Train going to be coming up, and there'll be a lot more to fight for.
There will be. Fallen 24 kills, Fur 25. The power of 2 of the veterans on MIBR. That is phenomenal. We're heading to a break. When we come back, we'll get the desk in the next map.